Letters to IDMR presents IDMR Survivors Anonymous Ex-Member Testimony.
I spent most of my young adult life inside IDMR. The doctrine warped the way we chose our relationships. We were told we shouldn't look for a partner who didn't come to class. Our dean said the people in the world are carnal devils. Some called them Gentiles and heathens. So instead of choosing someone we were genuinely attracted to, someone we connected with or could actually build a future with, we were told to pick whoever understood the charts and showed up to class. That's not love. That's cult logic posing as divine guidance. If someone wasn't in the class or didn't have the Holy Spirit, they were of the world. Even if you were drawn to them, the doctrine told you they were satanic and would lead you away from class. These things were only made worse by the idea that we were almost out of time, since the world wasn't supposed to last past the year 2000. And even after 2010 came and went, they continued to tell us we were still very close to the end, never once admitting they were totally wrong about it in the first place. I know that many of us found ourselves feeling trapped in relationships we didn't want, or that didn't fulfill us. And leaving? Yeah, that wouldn't have gone over too well, especially when all your friends and family were also class members. IDMR programmed us to see the outside world as lost and satanic, so we never built connections beyond the class. For some, the idea of leaving meant starting life over again with no friends, no family, no one. Our futures, our relationships, our entire sense of self were sacrificed to uphold a doctrine that only served itself. It was never about helping us thrive. It was about keeping us compliant. And the damage it caused was treated like it didn't matter. I know people who ignored everything their heart and body were telling them, just to be with someone who seemed spiritually aligned. They didn't feel true attraction, but they convinced themselves that Yahweh had placed this person in their life for a reason. I did the same. And the result? Years of emotional disconnect, hidden dissatisfaction, and feeling stuck in a relationship that was never actually mine. The teachings made us feel guilty for wanting real chemistry. They made us doubt our own instincts. They convinced us that love, sex, and happiness should all take a backseat to spiritual conformity. And now, many of us are unpacking years, sometimes decades, of conditioning that made us settle for partners who didn't reflect our hearts, only our fear of being out of order. This is something nobody warned us about. But it's real. And it's part of the spiritual trauma a lot of us are still healing from. The IDMR is not off the hook. The damage they've caused is real. And it won't just disappear because they pretend it doesn't matter or it's our own faults. When, in reality, it's the fault of IDMR, which stifled our outlook and suppressed our abilities to think for ourselves, and not limited through the lens of their doctrine. Whether it's through a class action lawsuit, a forced public reckoning, or the complete dismantling of this cult, something has to give. They need to be held accountable for what they've done to people's lives. And if they won't admit it willingly, then maybe it's time the rest of us make sure the world sees it for what it really is, a brainwashing cult.